I think left it too late. There's nothing strategic in my view, right, with what he did. He should have been a gentleman, and I've known him to be a gentleman. He should have just, been magnanimous and said, okay, fine, listen, you are not my preferred choice. You saw what Obama did. Yes. Okay? Exactly. Spraying back. Trump wasn't the preferred candidate for President Obama. But when the moment came, he took this fight and he said, listen, America is greater than all of us, and therefore I will ensure that the transition is seamless, and I welcome President Trump to the White House for discussion and a cup of coffee. That is how gentlemen behave. That is how civilized people behave. I think, it's never too late. Yes. It has happened, and we must thank President Uhuru Kenyatta for being a gentleman. And you know, when you're president, or when you're holding office...
Let me interject, if I may. Would you be calling President Uhuru Kenyatta gentleman a few months ago when we heard the way in which he spoke about his deputy?
You see, you must differentiate between politicking and real issues. And I can tell you what happens behind the curtain. When you're politicking, you will be shocked. What? We're all Kenyans. Yeah. You've seen even people in Kenya Kwanza, the people seated now on the round table, they have called each other names in the public gallery. Yes. But behind the scenes,
they're drinking tea.
They're drinking tea and having good drinks, right? So how would they be shocked if that is what happened between President Uhuru Kenyatta and the incoming president, that in the gallery they played as if they were the worst of enemies, but behind the scenes there were a lot of good things happening. Yes. So what I'm saying is that we don't need to get into that gallery. We just need to be sure, as a republic, as a state, that these are the steps we go through when you're transiting from one administration to a new administration. So this thing of keeping us in abeyance, pinky ponky and stuff like that, I think should stop. Yeah, this is a weighty matter. Yeah, this is not a pre-wedding. Yes. You're moving from one administration, which has been there for 2 terms, 10 years, to a new administration. I think you need to make it easier for Kenyans to understand what is going on. Right. Because Kenyans are uncertain. Actually, we can speak openly because of the democracy that we fought for. But I can tell you, there are people who are worried. They're wondering whether the son of Jomo will hand over the sword. It is a reality. Yes. It may not be true, but those are the feelings some people had. Right. Is this man really willing to hand over the sword?
And perhaps that was you see no strategy, but perhaps that was the messaging to be sent out to ease the nerves of those who are worried. But again, back to the legacy, you've spoken a bit about it, how good it is on paper, and he was reading a paper in his last State of the Nation address in a way to give a scorecard of his administration. And of course, he spoke well of his leadership. He spoke about digital transformation of government services, doubling tax revenue collection, and even talking about the confidence of moving the country into a middle income economy. In your view, in this scorecard, in a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it?
That's a hard range. 1 for the infrastructure, from where Kibaki's regime left it. The road network has improved.
Right.
Human dignity, no. Yeah, we might have moved from low income to middle, but that's very elusive because